This is Sheila with Examiner.com. You're with Cristina from Lacuna Coil.
Hello everyone.
Thank you very much for doing that interview today.
My pleasure.
And the new album Broken Crown Halo is now out. It's excellent. Very good. It's really dark and powerful. What was the inspiration for that album title?
There are a lot of inspirations that we got for Broken Crown Halo. First thing first, our life. We always take inspiration from what we're living, what other people around us is experiencing, things that we see through TV news or movies or soundtracks that we hear. And also, speaking of movies, there's a strong cinematic aspect in Broken Crown Halo because we are movie lovers, and we grew up watching movies on TV, especially movies from Italian directors. So we were staying up late just to see the most transgressive back then horror movie or erotic movie. There was less censorship back then, so there was more creativity allowed, and we grow up with that state of mind and with that taste. So we decided to put it in Broken Crown Halo together with what we're living right now.
Excellent. Yeah, I was thinking that too, especially like the song Hostage to the Light. That sounds like it would be a horror movie film title.
Yes, I mean every song can be applied as a sort of a soundtrack for everyone's life. And Hostage to the Light is a song that invites people. I mean, we wrote it for ourselves, but it's a song that invites people to refuse cliche, to not to do what everybody else tell you to do, to really be yourself.
Yeah, it's inspiring stuff. And also I noticed in Die and Rise at the end, I really like the part where you're singing in Italian. It seems
everybody does. It's like everybody's like, what is going on? This is
that
not
part
English.
is incredible. I really like it. I think the last time that you had done that was Without Fear on Karma Code, is that right? Let's see, and the cinematic vibe of the album you spoke about, and what are some of those horror movies that you're talking about? Which ones are some of your favorites?
Like Profondo Rosso, I think is Deep Red in English. Like all the Dario Argento movies are my favorite. And what I really like about the movies back then is that there was more of a story behind. Now it's more about special effects and how splatter it is, how much blood it is, how many people they kill in the movie. Back then there was more tension throughout the old movie, and you didn't really know was the murder up until the end of the. That's what I really like about the old movies. But Deep Red would be my favorite.
Awesome. Yeah, they had more suspense, and now it's more just like who can do the highest budget, but it's not
exactly.
Now
you know immediately who's going to be the bad guy, and okay, let me see how much blood you can bring.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I don't dislike horror movies right now, but then it was special.
Absolutely. And I also really like I Forgive But I Won't Forget Your Name. I heard you recently filmed a video clip for that. Is that correct?
Yes,
awesome.
We filmed it right before we left for this 3 months straight on the road, and it should be out soon. We're just like checking the very, very last edits to approve them, and it's done.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the songs on this album have a type of anger that's really energetic.
I agree. It's a very angry album in a way that it's been our therapy. Like last year hasn't been a good year within the band. Not within the band, but like the members of the band had experienced some bad moments, whether illness in the families or breakups, things that are happening to every human being. But when they happen, they make you like see the world with different eyes, with a different perspective. You put priorities in a different way in your list. And we probably pushed all the feelings, all the angry feelings in the album, but with a positive attitude, because once you touch the bottom, you can always go up and get better and feel better. So there is a lot of strength and positivity coming from the album that is definitely more obscure and aggressive than before.
Certainly, and I think the positivity also comes out in like Nothing Stands in Our Way.
Oh yeah,
that seems to be an anthem type of song.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to. I mean, it is our anthem, but we wanted to become the anthem of everyone who has a dream, because nothing should be in between us and our dreams. So no matter if you're never going to be able to get to that dream, but the most important thing is to try. not just to sit back and fake being happy with a life that doesn't make you happy, because I mean we only have one life, so I think we definitely have to follow our dreams, our desires, whatever we want to do, at least try.
Absolutely. And I think the 20-year anniversary of Lacuna Coil is coming soon.
I don't even know when, because I mean we got together as a band because we knew each other and we started practicing in like 94, 95, but then the first demo came out in 96. The first album, official album, came out in 98. Yeah. So we consider 97, 98 the year of Lacuna Coil, because we signed a contract with our label and the first album came out.
Awesome. Have you thought ahead of any special plans you might want to do at that time?
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, we're thinking about something, but we don't really know. We don't really know what to do.
I also noticed something that's kind of unique about Lacuna Coil is on all of your albums, I don't think there have been any guest musicians or guest vocalists.
No.
Has that been something intentional? Has it been something you've ever considered?
No, we consider about, because I mean we have so many friends now in music business that it would be easy for us to contact them at least, but we are all so busy, and maybe you want to work with somebody that is at the opposite side of the world and maybe he's on tour as well, or there is no time, so we consider some like friends, but everything was so tight with this album that we definitely finished the lyrics the day before that Andrea and I started to record them, so there was like a super tight time available and we didn't have time.
Yeah, and you and Andrea kind of do the lyrics 50-50? You share the songwriting ability?
Yeah, I mean, I cannot give you the percentage, because I mean, sometimes he can come up with an idea and sometimes I can come up with an idea. I mean, there was no ego, there was a lot of democracy in the band, and surprisingly we kind of have the same taste, at least for the Lacuna Coil music. So it's not a problem for us to say, okay, this is good, oh, I think it works, you have a great idea. Or the other way around. I mean, we work for the song, we work for the band, we don't work for ourselves to make ourselves looking better because, oh, I wrote this song, oh, I wrote this part. Yeah. It's not about that, it's a band after all, if not we would go solo.
Yeah, exactly. Do you ever do any songwriting while you're on tour?
Honestly, no. We tried, we even brought like a lot of equipment here, you know, between computers and like all the instruments on the back lounge and do like a setup for recording, but we're just not a band that does that. We like to be home focusing on the album or the songwriting only. We don't really like to do it on the road because we're just like not focused.
Yeah. What do you think are some of the best parts of playing like small club shows and also of playing like big festivals in Europe?
It depends. I mean, every show might be amazing whether you're playing in front of 2 people or 200,000, because the festivals are great because there is always a great energy. People is there to have a good time. Sometimes they don't even care who's playing because they're there for the event.
Yeah.
You know, just to stay with other friends and enjoy music in general, or walk around and shop by the booth. It's definitely for the event, and that happens in the European festivals as well. The big ones like Wacken, for example, Download. Of course, there are always the big names to attract people, but then it's like it's an occasion to have a good time. The small venues are amazing for the feeling because it gets really intimate and it's just special. It really feels like you're playing for friends because you can create like a bigger contact and interaction with the crowd. And then there are some different places, different venues, like the one we're playing tonight, which is, it's a stage out of a mall during a tattoo expo, and it's kind of unusual for us. I mean, I hope it's not going to rain, but usually outdoors shows in places like this are completely different, and I feel that it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, excellent. Also, the song "One Cold Day," which is closing the new album, it was dedicated to Claudio Leo, who was in the original lineup with Lacuna Coil, and he had passed away. Tell me a little about the inspiration to write that. It's very emotional and a beautiful song.
Well, there is a sad coincidence in between Dark Adrenaline and Broken Crown Halo, because in Dark Adrenaline we wrote a song for Peter Steele of Type O Negative, who was a friend of ours, passed away almost 4 years ago, like in a few days. I still can't believe it. And Marco, our bass player, wrote the music for the song My Spirit in one night. Like the same night he got the news, was crushed. Yeah. He wrote the music. And it happened this time as well, because in January last year, Claudio died, and Marco got the same instincts to write a song the same night. And I believe that both songs are really touching. Even if you don't know what we're talking about, you can definitely feel the sadness, the darkness, the cloudy vibe in the song. And we wrote it for him, but we decided not to put it in a well, of course it's in a sad way, because I mean it's not a happy inspiration, but we just wanted to kind of have the same meaning of My Spirit, that you kind of have to deal with life. It's part of life, it's a cycle. So we will always remember the ones that are not with us, but we will always keep the legacy going, and we will always keep them in our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. And My Spirit, I think, I was going to mention that as well. It's one of the best Lacuna Coil songs ever. Do you think it's ever difficult to perform some of these songs because of the intense emotion behind them?
Oh well, like the first year we played My Spirit, I mean, and it still gets me every once in a while. Like there was the part with the organ and the voice, and I start bawling because it's so intense, because everything comes back to mind. And you know, month by month it might happen that we might lose somebody else special, so we kind of remember everyone in this song, and we will in One Cold Day too. But yeah, sometimes it's difficult. Like today we're wondering if it was the right environment to perform a song like that, because for a band like us that's really in a genre, I mean, we can make like some more energetic song and some more melodic song, but it's still into the goth dark rock metal. So I understand that a lot of people tonight will not even know who we are, and I was like, might be appealing to them, or it might be like, oh, this is a sad band, you know, just like we don't really care that much, but I just want to create the perfect atmosphere for everyone to have a good time. I would love to play it. We'll see what we decide. I mean, we have a lot of songs to choose from.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, whenever you guys first started out, it was not too common also to have the female-fronted metal bands. You were one of the first, along with Theater of Tragedy and Gathering. Nowadays, it seems like there are so many. What do you think of the expansion of that type of subgenre, and who are some of your favorites?
I am actually happy about that, because I mean, we started to come to the US. The first time was like in 2000, 2001, like a very short tour, like a couple of weeks. But we started to tour more from 2004, from the first Ozfest we did, and we started to gain popularity. And I've definitely witnessed like a super growth of bands with a female in the lineup, or more females, and I'm honestly more than happy, because I think that every human being has the same opportunity. Music is for everyone. Music don't have sex. So as long as you're able to perform, as long as you're able to sing, as long as you're able to play, and you're not just there to be the pretty face that might sell more copies, I'm fine with it. Because I mean, you can have a pretty face, you can have big boobs and the perfect body, but people is not stupid. Maybe they will buy your poster, they will buy a magazine with you in it, but they will not buy the album.
Yeah. Because
the music is completely different. And I strongly believe in that, and I know that there are a lot of super talented female out there, and I'm really happy that they're there. Yeah. We need more.
It is like the talent that makes the ultimate statement.
Yeah, the talent, or at least the passion. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone has to be perfect. If whoever can tell me what perfection is anyway, as long as you do it because you really like it, and because you can kind of do it. If you just go there oh, okay, I want to be a rock star, that's not the right attitude. I mean, you're gonna look.
Yeah. And what are some of your favorite bands that are out now in general, or recent CD releases that you like a lot?
I honestly didn't really listen a lot, but recently I downloaded from iTunes a record of a band called 12 Foot Ninja. Mm-hmm. And they're awesome. They're like a strange mix in between metal, reggae. It was just like mind-blowing. It reminded me of Faith No More. It's like a weird mix of music, and I've never heard anything like that before. They perform it really well. They also have funny videos because I checked them online. So that's definitely a band that I would recommend.
Oh, excellent! I have not heard of them, but I know Mike Patton and Faith No More.
I love, yeah, it's one of my favorite band. I mean, Faith No More, yeah, above all, but definitely check this band out because I was like, whoa, just like one listening and I was sold.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do
welcome.
an interview. And do you have any closing words for any of the fans?
Well, I invite everyone to check Broken Crown Halo out. I mean, you can do it. You don't need to buy it. Just go online. You can find it. You can find it everywhere from YouTube. I know that Century Media, our label, put it on streaming. It should be still out for a few more days. And if you like it and you want to support the band, do it. Thank you so much. And just listen to us. You know, there are so many preconceptions of bands sometimes that you don't really know up until you really hear the music and you go to see a concert to see the type of energy that's coming out of a band. So check us out.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.